this town preying on poor women, and the Gotham police stand twiddling their thumbs.
Your evening attire, sir.
That was not the suit. I need Alfred. I mean to rid Gotham of the Ripper. He's a skilled hunter, and he's just getting started.
You're studying me.
You're a fascinating subject.
I'm not just another pretty face.
Hi, this is Marc Morrell from ToonBarn. We're here at DC in DC. We're talking about Washington, DC here, and we're talking about DC Comics. Tonight is the world premiere of Gotham by Gaslight. I'm so excited. And my friend here, Yuri Lowenthal, played a little part called Harvey Dent.
I know. Whenever I get to play iconic characters, I get this huge grin on my face, and I get to check that off my little mental list of awesome things that I've gotten to do since I started doing this job. So, I'm super excited.
Yeah, did they say, I want that two-faced SOB Yuri?
It's funny because it's a step away. It's a big step away from who I am because Harvey Dent's kind of an unrepentant scumbag. But I love doing that because I am not that in real life. I love getting to play at that. I love getting to play villains, and this was no exception. He's not a villain. He's just kind of unrepentant.
He's misunderstood.
He's misunderstood. No, he's not. He's a terrible person. But yeah.
Okay, so for most people who have read the original, Harvey's not playing a big part in the original. What's going on in this adaptation here?
And that was the thing. I was familiar with the source material at the time because I love Elseworld stuff and I love these alternate stories. And yeah, I honestly think, and I think I can say this hopefully without fear of reprisal, that I feel Jim Krieg, who wrote it, fixed a lot of the problems that I felt were actually inherent in the original bit. Also, whenever you're adapting something, you've got to figure out a way to make it work. I mean, a comic book is a totally different medium than anything motion, whether it's live action or animated. And I thought he did a great job. And that just, part of that was making Harvey Dent a little more, the role a little bigger to make the story work that Jim had come up with, which I think is great.
So let's assume you win an Emmy for this or an Annie or something like that.
Assume
all right,
shall we?
All right. Who would be the top 3 people you'd be thanking in your awards speech?
I would say, my wife, of course, and my son. But I would say Wes, the director, Bruce, Tim, who's been there. He's been in the room every time I've ever worked on a Bruce Timm joint. He's always been there. And Andrea Romano for taking a chance on me early on and bringing me into the Warner Brothers DC fold.
We love Andrea.
More than you could possibly know. No, you probably know. You probably know exactly how much we love her, yeah.
And the last question is, do you like to read digital comics or paper?
I'm still a paper comics guy, but as a result, I probably read less comics. I also have a 1.5-year-old, so I read less comics and do less everything. But I'm still a paper guy. I still have, I don't have a pull box anymore. I just sort of go in when I'm, there are very few things that I follow on a regular basis, but I usually go off of, hey, what are you reading now? Do you like that? Okay, and then I'll, if something's recommended to me, or if it's somebody, that I like, some either an artist or a writer, I'll follow certain people, but still paper. I know I should be reading more digital.
Well, thank you for joining us for the world premiere of Gotham by Gaslight.
Thank you. It's good to see you again.
Thanks a lot.
Your oldest school chum, Master Harvey Dent.
Selena's the most amazing gal, Bruce. You'll see.
I think I already do.
I'm many things, but I'm nobody's pet. I'll make myself decent.
I certainly hope not.
So it was just kind of, that was the main impetus for the story.
We needed some red herrings, and so, our ground zero red herrings, well, we need the biggest douchebag in the world, and we thought of Yuri. So we thought Harvey Dent, but then we thought he could be.
You played it so well.
As you said, part of it's the pencil-thin mustache. The mustache does most of the work.
Where's the story rank in the
this is big up there, but yeah, when I did Dark Knight Returns, I remember showing up.
You gotta tell them this story.
Okay.
So I show up for the recording session of Dark Knight Returns where I was playing the son of the Batman, and I went up to Andrea Romano, who was directing, and I went up to Bruce and I said, "Here, Bruce, I want to show you exactly how brilliant Andrea is." And I pulled out a picture of me in high school, dressed as a son of the Batman, with a bunch of friends of mine who were going to see the first Batman movie, and the Michael Keaton Batman movie. And we were all dressed with bats painted on our faces and trench coats and plastic shotguns, stuff like you would not be able to do, obviously. And I said, look, this was me in high school, and you just cast me as this role later on in life. You're clearly a genius. There's no fat on this at all, and I loved it. And I loved how I just assumed things like this are meant to be watched at home on video, and it looks so good on the big screen. Yeah. But anytime Jim would pull out a Sherlock Holmes reference, I'm an old Sherlock Holmes Conan Doyle buff. So anytime that came out, I would laugh and then punch Jim.
I may have gone too far.
Yeah, you went too far, sir.
Yeah, I may have. He injects Selena with a 7% solution. That's not even canon.
I punched you in the face. Yeah.
Get off the street. Now!